All right, guys, let's jump into this last and final review question. It says the top part of a sink is in the shape of a semicircle. Find the radius of the sink. Guys, an often misconception of semicircles and quarter circles is that you think that, since it's a semicircle, I need to divide it by 4, or you think some people think that you have to do an extra step since it's a semicircle, and I'm here to tell you you don't have to do an extra step. Regardless if the circle is a half size, a whole size, or even a quarter size, a radius will still be a radius. And the diameter is 50 inches, so the radius is half of the diameter, and that would be 25. And it's in terms of inches, so I would have to put 25 inches, okay? So now let's look at part B. Part B does get kind of tricky, but I'm more than sure you guys are smart, intelligent, and you guys can figure this out. So part B is asking us to find the distance around the sink. Find the distance around the sink. So I now have to think about it. Area is pi r squared. Circumference is, we have a radius and a diameter actually. So you could use the radius or the diameter, but since it made us find the radius, I'm not going to let your hard work go in vain. So it's going to be 2 times pi r. Okay. And it's telling us to use 3 1400 for pi. So we need to focus on what formula will help me solve this problem. Okay. So I'm going to draw a circle. Area is for inside the circle. Area is inside the circle. Okay. Area will be inside the circle. To give you guys a real life example, if I had a container and it had a lid, right? The area would be the lid that covers the circle, okay? Now, which I can't get into volume because we didn't get there just yet, but the area will be the lid that covers the circle, which means that it would be the inside of the circle, which is be right here, okay? But circumference, and I'm going to draw another circle for circumference, and I'm going to highlight what circumference is the distance around the circle, which would be the rim. So I want you guys to think about a basketball goal, a rim going around that circle. So you have to decide which formula would be best. Would it be better for me to use the area formula or the circumference formula? So I want you guys to think about that for a second. All right, guys, if you guess that we need to use the circumference formula, you are absolutely correct. Why? Because circumference is the distance around the circle. If they would have said, we need to find something that covers the sink, then it would have to use area, okay? So, but there's a catch to this. What's the difference between this shape right here and this shape? What's the difference? And please don't judge my artwork, guys. Not about it's a little bit more squiggly. The difference is that one's a half a circle, one's a whole circle, okay? So if this is a half a circle, what do you think I would have to do with my formula to find circumference? If you say that in this case, we would have to divide it by 2 because it's a semicircle, you are absolutely correct. So what I'm going to do is plug in my values. 2 3/14 times radius, which we say radius is 25. And I'm going to put that over 2. Now, I'm going to show you guys a trick. If you don't like the trick, you don't have to do it. But here's the trick. Anytime you have a number that matches the denominator, you can actually cancel it out. So if I see times 2 right here and I see times 2 right here, or just 2 by itself, I can actually scratch that out because we will have to simplify that out anyway, okay? So I see 3.14 or 3 and 1400ths. 3 and 1400ths times 25 would actually be 78 and 5 tenths. 78 and 5 tenths. Okay. So just in case you guys didn't understand the cancellation, because you guys, I am an overthinker. So I want to multiply going straight across to show you guys what you would have gotten. So it's going to be 2 times 3.14 times 25. So 2 times 3.14 times 25 will give me 157. So here we go. Yep, it would give me 157. Divided by 2. And 157 divided by 2 is 78 and 5 tenths, or 78 and a half. So it would give us the same answer anyway, okay, guys? So, needless to say, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I hope it was beneficial. I hope it was helpful. If you guys had any questions that confused you about this review, feel free to rewatch these videos as many times as you need to before you take your test, or visit your manager's Google Meet session. Okay? So, good luck on the test, guys, and I hope you guys do well. I'll see you in tomorrow's lesson. Bye, guys.